Think of your emotional well-being as an operating system. This system runs on foundational code written in childhood, and it contains a fatal flaw. Early conditioning focuses almost entirely on the external. We are taught to love, respect, and serve those around us. But this education frequently omits the foundational code of self-love. Without that internal anchor, we begin outsourcing our identity. As this chart shows, we systematically transfer our joy, our preferences, and our self-worth over to the control of an external person. This puts the absolute stability of your emotional state into the hands of an unpredictable external actor. You have essentially given a stranger the master password to your internal security. Eventually, that external actor breaks the trust you invested in them, triggering a total collapse of the identity network you constructed around them. The network fails because the central node it relied on, the other person, is no longer functional. Most people react by internalizing the crash. They assume the system failed because of a personal defect, asking, was I lacking something, or why wasn't I enough? This creates a psychological vacuum. You are left believing you are the broken component, when you are actually observing a predictable system failure caused by external volatility. Recovery requires a shift in how you analyze the data. You have to move the lens of blame outward. Betrayal serves as a direct, unedited diagnostic of the betrayer's character. Their choices reveal their own internal flaws. They say nothing about your market value or your worth. Natural systems follow a law of rupture. A seed must physically break to become a tree, and stone must be fractured to reveal the statue inside. Deep transformation requires a structural break. In human psychology, true internal strength remains dormant while the old, dependent system is active. That old system must collapse entirely before your inherent resilience can take over. The shattering of trust serves as a mandatory psychological catalyst. It ends your dependency and forces you to locate the power you previously outsourced. This rupture has a functional utility. It acts as a ruthless mechanism to purge your life's ecosystem. This is the sieve effect. This event forcibly filters out toxic or unqualified elements that cannot be part of your future trajectory. Deleting these unqualified data points is necessary. You are clearing the board to create the required space for high-value people and opportunities. Now is the time to reclaim control of your emotional access. You are relocating the source of your stability back to where it belongs, inside your own mind. Self-love is the fundamental security protocol of self-respect. It is the internal firewall that prevents future systemic crashes. Survival and optimization in the wake of betrayal require a specific three-step recalibration protocol. Step 1 is acceptance. You must acknowledge the reality of the betrayal without denial. Accepting the facts allows you to begin processing the data. Step 2 involves forgiveness with data retention. This chart shows the process. You forgive to release the mental load, but you save the specific data points of the betrayal to a permanent database to prevent a repetition of the error. Step 3 is redirection. Energy spent on revenge is energy lost. Reallocate those resources into your health, your skills, and your long-term future. Executing this protocol converts raw emotional pain into a strategic advantage. You aren't just recovering, you are upgrading. The final trap is the urge to harden completely. Most people build impenetrable emotional walls to avoid being hurt again. Real resilience involves engineering doors, sophisticated access control mechanisms. You maintain your humanity and empathy, but you dictate exactly who is allowed through the gate. In this optimized state, you can trust again, but this time, your trust is governed by upgraded judgment and rigid boundaries that didn't exist before the crash. A person who has experienced a total emotional collapse and engineered their own rebuild creates an internal architecture that can withstand future external shocks.